Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Kat and today I'm going to be setting up my pages for November. I have to tell you that I'm really excited to show you the theme that I did for this month. I feel like my creativity is finally back and I'm really excited to post more videos about my trip to Italy, to celebrate Halloween, celebrate Christmas, and to show you everything that I have been planning for the past couple of months. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy my November setup. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and let's get started. So as usual, I'm starting with the flip through of my previous month's pages. This time I'm starting with the weekly spread for September for the last week before we went to Italy. I just did an ongoing weekly spread with a prepare for Italy page because we just had to prepare a bunch of things before our trip, pack things up and prepare content. So I basically just did those pages for that. And next I have my pages for October, and I don't have a lot of things at this point on my to-do list for October, but we have been on a couple of Halloween dates and I updated my coffee shop, so if you want to take a look around, the link is in the description below. I actually love this Halloween autumn theme for October that I did with the washi tape shop washi tapes, and I actually did some digital versions of my bullet journal to sell on my coffee shop, so if you'd like to have these pages on your bullet journal to print, you can find them on my coffee shop below. Also, at this point my Italy page was empty, but here is how it turned out, and I'm going to post a full reel of me making this page on my Instagram, so make sure to follow me there. And then I just have my Halloween pages for October. We watched a couple of Halloween movies, the original Ring movie and Coraline, and we also tried homemade pumpkin spice latte, and yeah, it has been really fun to just celebrate Halloween at home together. But yeah, if you have done any other activities for Halloween, let me know in the comments below so I can fill up this page before the month ends. And to finish off this flip through, I did an ongoing weekly spread for October. So I've been loving this weekly spread because I just have to put the header of the day of the week that we are in and plan everything that I have to do. I don't need to set up the whole weekly spread and then just fill it in with the tasks. I'm actually enjoying this type of weekly spread, so that's why I didn't do one in my past bullet journal setup, and I didn't do one for my November as well. But anyways, enough with October, let's get started with my November setup. So for my November theme, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, so I decided on Creative Fabrica's platform, which is a website that has a bunch of designs and illustrations and graphics for you to choose from. It's a huge library for creators, and you can basically go there and download a bunch of designs and graphics and stuff, or use them digitally. And I found these pastel tarot cards that were in this purple, blue, pink-ish color palette, and I just absolutely fall in love with the designs of them. So I downloaded them and I decided to print them on and use them in my bullet journal. I'm an affiliate of Creative Fabrica, so if you'd like to get a discount on your subscription, you can use the link below. But I just love their platform so much. They have a bunch of designs and illustrations that any creator can use. You can just pay a monthly fee for the subscriptions and you can use everything on their website. And they are amazing quality and you have a lot of things to choose from. So I really love using their platform to create themes and to inspire you guys to use the platform as well. They not only have things to use digitally and to print on and use in your bullet journal, but you can also create arts and crafts with their templates. So it's a very complete and full of inspiration platform for creators. So if you would like to give Creative Fabrica a try, you can click the link below in my description box and search their entire library for designs and illustrations and use them yourself. They always have new things coming up and a bunch of sales going on, so yeah, make sure you take advantage of this discount. After downloading all the photos, I just put them in a Microsoft Word document and I printed them out. And I printed two different sizes of the cards because I didn't really wanted just the big ones or the smaller ones, so I printed two, and I'm going to mix and match them throughout my entire setup. I think my printer goes a little bit on the dark side when printing stuff, so the colors may differ if you print these cards at home, but I have to tell you that these colors are beautiful and the quality is amazing. So now I just needed to cut them all up and they were ready to use on my November theme. For the cover page, I knew that I wanted to use a couple of cards to make the cover page really pop. So I used 3 of the bigger cards and I stuck them out in a little like funky way. And I did some watercolors using my Ohuhu markers. These markers are one of the best ones that I use for watercoloring. They are really pigmented even with water, and you will see throughout this theme what I mean. But I'm using these Ohuhu water markers in the shades of a light blue, a lilac, and a pink color to match with the palette of the cards. Here I'm using an acrylic stamp pad to swatch all the 3 colors and mix them with water because I don't actually have a palette here. So that's what I used for this theme and it works perfectly. And I did a watercolor background for the title. And since I was printing stuff up, I decided to also print some new quote stickers. I use these quote stickers on my pen pal letters and bullet journal pages all the time. So let me know if you'd like to see these up on my shop for you to purchase them, because I just love using these so much. They are much better than normal quote stickers that you can buy on stationery shops. I just make my own and I use them in my creations. So I did the title in calligraphy using my Kuretake brush pen, and I used one of the quote stickers that says "Take your dreams seriously" below that. I have just been really inspired to follow my passion these days, so I just put this quote here to just remind myself to take my dreams and passions seriously. And that is going to be all for my cover page for now. Let's get started with my to-do list for the month. So I'm going to keep this theme of having the watercolor background in the back of titles because I really love how it turned out for my cover page. So I decided to do this for all the titles in my future pages. And next I'm doing my to-do list for the month. So my to-do list for every month is pretty much the same thing. I just like to have a bar with squares on the left and add my tasks on the right. And so for this page, I added 2 cards at the top and 2 at the bottom. I really wanted to make this theme a bit fuller than my other ones, so I wanted to use a bunch of stickers here. And at the bottom, I used some washi tape and a quote that says "The moon knows," because all of this theme is very Halloweeny and angelical and magical and lunar themed maybe, so I wanted to put a quote related to the moon here. By the way, I printed these stickers on sticker paper, so it was much easier to put them in my bullet journal. And that is going to be all for my 2 first pages of November. I finished them up with some sparkles all around the elements. I actually don't know if this was a good idea or not, but these are not going to be present on my digital bullet journal pages available on my Ko-Fi shop. So yeah, I don't think they were too bad, but I was a little bit hesitant to put them on my bullet journal. But now they are drawn on and there's nothing I can do, so I just accepted them at this point. Again, my bullet journal pages for November and October are available on my Ko-Fi shop, and just for this week I'm going to have a sale on these digital pages, so if you want to grab them, make sure you do this week. Next up, I decided to do a habits page for this month in my bullet journal. I haven't done a habits page in a hot minute, and I know that I wanted to do one this time. My life changed a little bit this past month of October and September, so I am really happy with all of the changes that I'm adding to my bullet journal and to my life, so I decided to do a habits page for this month. So I'm currently just tracking 4 things. One of them is journaling. I don't do a lot of journaling. I mostly just meditate and think about stuff, but I really want to bring back the habit of journaling and sitting down and writing, because that really helps me as an artist and as a regular person to just put my thoughts from my mind into paper. So I want to get back to it. I've been doing it a bit during October, but I really want to create a habit of it in November, so that's why I created a habit tracker for it. Then I also have the habit for meditation, because I know that when I meditate regularly, pretty much every day, I feel much better about myself and calmer. So I want to create a habit of doing that every day instead of just when I have the time. So that's why I created a habit for it. Then I also have a habit here for art/paint. I really want to track what days and how often I do some type of painting, or I draw something, or I do some type of art, because this whole year, this was the first time that I painted something for my pleasure, not for just YouTube. And I noticed that I was much happier when I did this theme, and I really want to paint more often and do some art and create things with my hands and paint and use watercolors and gouache and my pens and do all of that. So I want to track when I do that and how often I do it throughout the month. I love to paint, is my passion, but this year I was incredibly stressed out and I couldn't do that just because as like a free time activity. So I'm trying to do more of that this month. That is one of my goals for the month for sure. And I also have my normal habit tracker for workout. I go to the gym like 4 times a week, but I want to track how many days I work out, like visually. And also because I didn't have any other habits to put in here, so it's always good to track my workouts. And yeah, those are my habits for November. And yeah, now let's get started with my next page, which is my page to plan for 2024. So we are almost at the end of the year, and I really want to start planning things for the following year because I never have time to do that. And I always forget to like plan things for my shop and an advent calendar or things to send to my members on Ko-Fi. So I want to do that this year and I want to plan ahead. So I created a whole page to plan for 2024. In this page, I'm going to mostly include ideas that cross my mind and that I see on social media of other artists doing now. There's a lot of things that I want to do for next year, and I want to have this page to just brainstorm on that. And at the bottom of the page, I actually did a quote sticker that says progress over perfection. And this is another reminder that because I'm going slower, it doesn't mean that I don't make progress on my projects. So this quote is here as a reminder. I also really like the watercolor around the page that I did, so I'm really happy that I did that and I didn't do the same thing for the title for this page. Then I added sparkles all over the page, and I did my weekly spread off camera later on. You can find all of these pages on my Ko-Fi shop. As a digital version, you can just get them and use them in your bullet journal. My members get it for free, so if you'd like to join my Ko-Fi memberships, the link is in the description down below as well. And that is all for this video. Don't forget to check out Creative Fabricas and use my link below for a discount. Leave a purple emoji if you watched the video until this point. Thank you so much for my Ko-Fi members for always supporting me, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!